Hi, we are the INL Resilience team. My name is Antonio Arceo, and I primarily worked on the front end.
My name is Aspen Evans. I also worked on the front end along with UI UX design.
My name is Jansen Alphin, and I worked primarily on the back end.
My name is Joe No, and I worked on front end and UI UX design.
My name is Misty Frampton, and I mainly worked on the database.
All right, so first of all, the main problem that we are addressing with our application is the fact that becoming a well-rounded, resilient individual can be a difficult task. And what we mean when we use the word resilience here is how prepared are you to handle or recover from all the different kinds of emergencies that can happen in a lifetime. It can be difficult to gauge in what areas can you improve or how can you improve. So the result of our project is a personal resilience index. We are teaming up with Idaho National Laboratories to create a web application where a user can take a survey in 4 different categories: financial, public health, cybersecurity, and emergencies like natural disasters. So the user will get a score back based on their responses from each survey to see where they land on the resilience scale. Then they will get a personally curated improvement plan that gives the user tasks to do to improve their score. It can also even set goals to keep them motivated and on track. So to help paint a picture of who could use our application, imagine that you have a family member, we'll call them Ben, who is having trouble setting up a secure internet and has recently had their personal information stolen in the past. You're worried for their safety in the future, but are not sure what advice to give them. So you tell them about this application that you know of where they happen to have a survey about cybersecurity that consists of questions based on research from experts to test their resilience. Since this is coming from a credible source, they decide to try it out. This would be an excellent use case for our application where a user can see where they're at on the resilience scale in a relevant category and seek to improve their scores.
Upon locating the website, Ben will be able to create an account and log in, where after logging in, he'll be directed to this homepage. He may want to explore the website a little bit, but after doing so, once he's ready to take that cybersecurity survey, he'll be able to do so by scrolling to the bottom of the page and locating the cybersecurity category card. Here, he'll be able to click on the Take Survey button. They'll direct him to the corresponding survey. Once he's at this page, Ben will be able to respond to each question either yes, no, or not applicable. And please notice that there are tooltips to some questions that simply provide some additional clarification on the question itself. With this, Ben should be able to easily go through the survey and respond to each question. Once Ben has successfully answered each question, he'll then be able to submit survey and immediately see the score that he received. From here, Ben will then be able to further review his results by clicking on that Review Survey button. Here, Ben will be able to see once again the score that he received for this cybersecurity survey, and then furthermore be able to see how each individual response affected the score. With this color-coded legend up here, Ben is able to quickly see which responses allowed him to gain points, gain 0 points, or if the question neither negatively nor positively affected his score, he's able to see that as well. After carefully reviewing his responses, he may decide that he's ready to view his improvement plan, which he can do so by clicking at this button at the bottom of the page. Once Ben is at the improvement plan page, he's able to see all his tasks labeled as either a high priority, medium priority, or low priority. Notice that when all tasks in a priority have been completed, he'll easily be notified as such. And after reviewing all these tasks carefully, it is possible that Ben would like to set some goals for these tasks in order to remind him to complete them in a timely manner. To do so, Ben would have to click on Create Task Goals, and identifying the task he would like to create a goal for. For example, he may want to delete any saved hotspots on his devices. He simply has to click on Add Goal, title the goal appropriately, and then simply add the due date that he would like. for this example, let's say Ben wants to accomplish this no later than the end of next week, and click on Create Goal. Once Ben has successfully created this goal, he'll be able to manage and edit this goal in the Achievements page, but it's likely that Ben will want to continue creating goals for certain tasks that he would like to prioritize getting done in order to increase that resilience score.
Over time, Ben has revisited the site and improved his score multiple times over. He visits the site once again to check off another goal he has created for himself. He finds the corresponding goal, marks it as complete, and he now heads over to update his survey with the question that first prompted him to create the goal in the first place. He clicks on Update Survey, changes his answer, resubmits, and he gets his new score. Ben heads over to the category details page in order to view how his progress has improved over time. Ben's so excited that he wants to share with his friends and family on social media. Ben clicks on the third-party sharing at the bottom of the category details page and decides he wants to share on Twitter. Now that Ben has shared with his friends and family on social media, he is ready and excited to start tackling his next achievements in other resilient categories of his life.
The Resilience Indicator is a responsive web application built with the MERN stack and viewable from any computer or mobile device. The front end uses React.js, organizing each web page into a set of reusable React components. Some front-end libraries that were used to improve the design and user experience were Material UI, React Bootstrap, and AM Charts. The backend is written in JavaScript using the asynchronous event-driven JavaScript runtime that is Node.js, and we used Express.js as our web application framework, which provided a robust set of features, including modules that help parse payloads, store sessions, select route patterns, and configure an API. Requests against our API are expected to be in the form of HTTP requests with JSON payloads. We used the Passport middleware module for authentication, and we used Jest for our backend testing framework. We incorporated Sequelize as our relational mapping library. Sequelize is a promise-based ORM that supports the MySQL dialect. And we used Amazon RDS for our database, along with the MySQL database engine. We used Amazon Web Services to deploy our project, and lastly, we utilized Twilio SendGrid as our email service. During development, we deployed agile practices, meeting as a team at least twice a week. We completed 122 tasks over 16 weeks, committing 105 times to our GitLab repository. We built 30 backend unit tests and integrated them into our continuous integration pipeline together with a lint check for consistent code format. We created 61 API endpoints and published them all using Swagger. And lastly, we documented a very thorough contributing guide.
If you have any further questions about our project, please contact us through the email presented in this page. The official website of our supporter, the Idaho National Laboratory, can also be found on this page as well. Our actual application will be soon published to the public by the Idaho National Laboratory and will provide a society that is more resilient. Finally, our team also would like to express our sincere gratitude to our professor, Professor Saint Germain, our TA, Ryan West, and finally, our industrial sponsor, Idaho National Laboratory. Thank you for your interest, and this was Team INL Resilience.